Heading live to the game right now. Let's get right into the thick of things with the opening pistol. CT side being played by the Lyngby Vikings. And the T side, plenty of utility to work with here for Blink 182. Quick rush up towards ramp, but the CT's already awaiting. Class comes out. However, Juan Flato finds a quick first. Wolfie going for the tap fight, but he misses his chance. Luckily enough, there were so many CTs ready and waiting for that defense, so it is recoverable, but a lot of damage has been dealt. Utility-wise, they still have a molly and a smoke on the side of Blink, but this is a dangerous continuation of the round. There's going to be the push coming in. Rygon gets tapped up, but on site, a lot closer than Bird from Sky would have expected. Around the corner, they peek. Oh, that's a nice headshot from Bird from Sky. And now it's a 2-on-2, but the bomb has not committed just yet. They could walk back B, but if they run right now, the steps can be heard. You could even double back, maybe go through mid. There's so many play potentials that they can go for, but there's the double back as expected. And right now trying to bamboozle Lyngby Vikings on holding towards that B bomb site. But sneaky beaky, they go backy all the way towards A. Get the bomb plant in, 35 seconds left, and it's going to be a retake. At least they get the bomb plant in. But now they just need to hold on towards the site. A 2-on-2 retake will come in. Everyone ready to rumble. Peek around the corner. Mangs spots out GXX. The push comes out. And tapping away at their opponents, but oh, trying to find the spot through, but Bird from Sky, he reads him like a book. They leave the bomb for the time being. A lot of steps being made by GXX. Are they guessing correctly? One's holding the bomb defuse, actually leaving the bomb right there, but Bird from Sky, the correct move because he has enough time. It should be enough time for the defuse, just barely, but he gets it done. Bird from Sky, the IGL, the Lyngby Vikings, badass, gets himself a quad kill in the opening pistol. That's a pretty nutty way to start off the game. Of course, Bird from Sky, IGL, I mean, he's pretty much... Lyngby Vikings roster has changed multiple times over the years, but Bird from Sky is always that staple player in the roster. I think together with Dafu, they've always been lurking about, but always great to see when he performs. That means we got a great game on our hands, because I believe that this can easily be a 3-mapper. Getting close. They're playing a bait and switch the moment to peek around the corner, but it is going to be rifles that they have to deal with. The FAMAS gets the first. The molly thrown out. The quick trade coming out. Wolfie close range with the MP9. Got to rake in that op money. And it is a man advantage now secured for the Lyngby Vikings. Gonna re-aggress. There's even a nade to be picked up in the process. But A is currently completely abandoned. So Synopsy could be sneaking up a lot closer towards the site than Lyngby would have liked. Over the taking their sweet, sweet time right now. Till the rotations might be coming in time. Around the corner they wait. The problem is they have one smoke, one molly, and one flash. That's all the utility Blink have left. And it is pretty tough to get the bomb planted safely. Of course, with one smoke and the flash, you can definitely get yourselves on towards site. You just need to be careful that Fasher doesn't yeet the molly on top of the bomb site when you go for the plant, because that can delay the plant for quite some time. However, look at Synopsy creeping up closer around the corner. He goes, takes down Fasher, gets aggressive positioning in his control, even sprays through backwards, but Mags will find the kill instead. Center is also dropped pretty low, down to 19 HP. And now it's all on center and Juan Flatro to defend the bomb again. This time it's the advantage for the Vikings. The bomb gets smoked off on top of the site. Juan gets it first. They leave the bomb control for the time being. They know both teams are towards the ramp position. Peeking in, but Juan is too good, my friend. Bird from Sky. He got himself 4 kills in the previous round. This time around, though, nothing much more he can get done. Blink, they force up, and they get it done with a creepy, sneaky, beaky play up towards the A-bomb site. Now it's just going to be the full buy, of course, on the side of Blink. Lyngby might go for, well, they pretty much have to go for their full investment on the CT side as well. It won't be as great as the T buy, but they do have that M4 from Bird from Sky with a full set of utility. Wolf even keeping up some op money once, if they would lose this round. Look at the patience from Blink. Not rushing it out. Playing a very methodical playstyle, jiggle peeking all over the place. Doesn't always work in your favor, considering Wolfie gets the opening pick towards Fold. Now they're creeping in mid, double nade, Dafu down to 1. Oof. That's some nasty damage, but mid control gain for Blink. I love the fact that they handle a lot more in mid. Not a lot of teams do that, but the bomb gets dropped by Bird from Sky. Sprays him through the smoke. And the smokes are about, the utility from the T side is about to dissipate in mid. They need to be careful, otherwise they can't cross further forward. They're even going to bail out from that position and have to make an important decision here. Pushing out towards that B bomb side, it seems. A 3-on-5. Utility for the CT side is a singular smoke. Dafu does get taken down around the corner, though. Will they check all the angles? Mag's going for the peak, but center's on point on the entries. Gets himself 2. There's more CTs to be taken care of, though. And that's exactly where GXX chimes in. It's all on to Fasher. Can pick up the M4 and decide to go for it. There's a kit right in front of him, but he's just going to pick up the M4. Run away, save it for another day. Can, of course, drop the Deagle in the next round. That will be an eco for Lyngby Vikings, and Blink put themselves on to DOS. Right now, we've got ourselves a solid advantage to work off of. Blink just need to make sure they don't lose too many of their players. And Fash is looking to make it hurt for the T side. Game is still young and full of terrors. Is Lyngby Vikings map pick it? I mean, it's their most played and their highest win rate map by far. So if Blink managed to steal this one away, that would be a gigantic win. Fasher, look at that triple man boost. Peeking over. No one giving him an inch, though. The entirety of Blink is pretty much creeping through mid and B for the time being instead. And the Macdan of GXX. He's also trying to get that AWP. Pushing in on towards that B bomb site. No one left to defend it. And the rest of Lyngby Vikings just going to save that M4 at least. Try to keep the M4 alive for the time being. Fasher creeping up. Maybe might be able to get Synopsy, but he's already playing the ramp hold. Even has backup right behind him in case of the push coming forward. Begin. The last one is Fasher with the M4. The flash comes out. Fasher gets completely blinded, though. Utility game on point. He gets himself 1. Juan around the corner. The spray is there. Gets himself 2 in the process. Or it could be Juan. I know Juan is not You know, that's more like Spanish. Juan. Juan then. I do apologize. I just like saying Juan. Juan tap, Juan kill. Nonetheless, Wolfie on the CT, AWP. Rygon takes a nasty nade at the start of the round. I mean, Blink has been playing mid. Except for the pistol round, they've been playing mid every single round so far. And as mentioned, not a lot of teams do. Though Fasher gets taken down. First man down for the CT side, and that's towards the A side. Bird from Sky sprays through the smoke, gets rid of Rygon. The push coming out towards B. And the entries are on point right now. Wolfie and Bird from Sky in a 2-on-4 retake, though the T's are pretty wounded, but with Bird from Sky now dead, Wolfie, all he can try and do is save. But there's even a lurk coming towards ramp, and that's going to be Synopsy trying to take his opponent down. He really needs to keep that AWP alive into the next round because they will have nothing to work with from that point on. Whereas the bank of Blink, I mean, the previous couple of rounds have been reasonably clean. So they are getting quite a decent paycheck, and Center jumps around the corner and the op will not be able to even fire his shot. Gets taken down, a little bit of a BM body spray coming through, and a 4-1 lead right now for Blink. Starting this opening map up with a in a very good fashion. Lyngby Vikings starting to struggle right now after securing the opening pistol. They go for a ramp play on Lyngby Vikings. They don't spot anyone out, and with the molly thrown towards Max, they might realize that it's not going to be A, but instead B, where Max with that Eagle has to hold off this entire push. Gets himself a first. Man advantage, but weaponry still weaker, and falls back so that his teammates can help him out. Stands a little bit out into the open, but the flank is already coming through, which is expected by GXX. Goes for the flick, doesn't get the catch. And it's just easy execution. Fasher tries to catch him from behind, but Blink keep 4 alive again. Well, Blink call a timeout. That's an interesting one. Synopsy 10 grand, 10-2 already for GXX in 6 rounds. Wolfie again on that CTAWP, but he's got an opper on the opposing side that he needs to deal with. And GXX is a pretty capable opper. Not that Wolfie isn't, of course. GXX, I mean, I like his T-opping a little bit more than I like his CT-opping normally, whereas Wolfie tends to be more of a CT side opper than a T-opper in regards of aggressive peaks and whatnot, which makes Inferno interesting to see if GXX is going to run a lot of op on the T side. The Wolfie, Synopsy on the other side. Will he be able to hit the shot? Always scary. Quickly get rid of X-Ray. And he gets the kill. Peeks wide, but Juan gets himself 2 entries immediately. Now Wolfie, he's towards full. They know exactly where he's positioned, but where are the remaining CTs for the time being? Wolfie does manage to creep himself backwards, but needs to be very careful of utility being able to flush him out. Peeking over, what a flick! Catches flat throw completely by surprise. The site controlled for Blink right now. A 3-on-3. Utility for the T side is, well, 2 flashes, that's all they've got. Same for Lyngby Vikings, 2 flashes in the smoke. Not too much to work with. But with a man advantage, it makes it a little bit more problematic. They have 30 seconds left. Bomb should get planted soon enough. On site, Senna gets spotted out, tries to go for the wall bang, but Wolfie doesn't connect it. Senna gets pushed in from the side though, taken down. Manx, does he know where the secondary is? GXX's position is spotted by Wolfie, but a lot closer. Ooh, Rygon shut down a one-on-one op v op. Wolfie's got himself 3 kills in the round. He needs to get the quad to secure it. And the problem is he doesn't have the utility to work with. Towards fold, GXX. There's the surprise coming in, and the flick gonna connect. That's the winner of the dual victory battle. Blink on 6. Lyngby Vikings still stuck on 1. Only the opening pistol is all they've managed to secure so far. Costly round for the T's, but still the victory there on their side. Gotta love good op duels. Oh, Dafu gets aggressive through towards mid. That's the opening pick. In the meantime, Flat Throat disengage quickly because they have a man advantage. They picked up the AK as well. And Deagles can still be very deadly if you get run down. Well, in the meantime, Synopsy, he's already crept all the way towards the A bomb site. Ready and wait for these CTs to run out. Try and go for the retake. There's still utility to work with for Lyngby Vikings. Synopsy needs to be careful. The flash blinds him. A lot of damage from that HE coming through. And that flash was so perfect. Center, he only gets 1 in the... Actually, 2. The Molly burns down Wolfie. But it's still the man advantage for the CT side. Synopsy and GXX in a 2 versus 3. Even a flank from Bert from Sky spots out at first. Headshot supreme. GXX on the AWP. But there's too many Deagles aiming right at his position. Shuts him down. Lyngby Vikings, they get aggressive 1 round. Finally, they get aggressive. And they shut down Blink in their tracks. Oh, the force up, semi-buy, aggressive move worked. Well, they continue on with that plan. They've got Wolfie again on the AWP. And Blink not necessarily the most aggressive team themselves on the T side. But they do have they're not too aggressive, but they're also not slow. That's what I love to see. Because a lot of teams tend to be a bit too slow. Basher, oh, spray connects, takes down Flat Throw. That's a first for the CT side. Rygun, is he going to check all his angles perfectly? Center right behind him. However, Manx gets a quick first, repositions and surprises Senna with a double kill. Push towards fold, but they're just not ready right now, and it's all on to GXX. Luckily enough, Blink, they've got plenty of cash still for another buy, but that will be their last buy coming forward. Oh my lord. Okay, Ori lines them both up, takes them both down, and makes it possible. However, willy-nilly rushing on towards the A side, swapping his gun in the process will cost him dearly. That got a little bit dicey there. He's 14-4 right now, the Blink T-Opper. That's nutty. And Manx, I love the fact that he gets the first kill and then repositions so that Center has to still guess a little bit that he's not completely around the corner, but oh, that's luck of the draw right there. Yeah, there's the economy of the T side, and not complete shambles, but not looking too great. Whereas CT side still have a couple of last round bonuses, I think 2. Work with push out towards the B-bomb side. Max peeks wide. And together with Dafu, they find the 2 entries rushing forward. Blink got a little bit caught by surprise. However, Flatro's still in the site right now, waiting to push a little bit further. The rotation from all the CTs coming through makes it problematic. Juan getting taken down. The bomb gets dropped in the open as well. They need to retrieve it without any utility left. Synopsy on the flank might be able to creep up behind enemy lines. Timing is of the essence here, but he gets caught out from the side, and it's all again onto GXX in a 1v4. Can he line up 2 in a row again? This is a very tough take to make, considering the position that his team is, economically speaking. Tries to get across, but will be surprised by, well, just the fact that there are so many CTs left standing. That puts Lyngby Vikings only 2 rounds behind, and Blink will be forced to eco this one. Possibly a couple of Deagles, Tech 9s, maybe go for a fast play on the T side, but looks like Lyngby Vikings finally found a winning formula. Push in. Ooh, Nasa coming out. Bird from Sky trying to stay alive. The Molly right at his feet. Keep those Tech 9s out of his vision. And he'll just barely manage to disengage. Towards Volt though, Fasher. The AK wants to get aggressive. Always a dangerous position to peek from. Spray does finally get controlled in time. Oh, Max just spots out Synopsy creeping behind enemy lines. Can relay that information to Wolfie, who misses the shot, even gets himself dinked in the process, but runs right into Max's loving embrace, and it's all on to Flatthroat 1v4. Will be able to recover the bomb, but gets shot from behind in the end, and that's going to put Lyngby only 1 round behind of Blink. However, this time around, Blink will be able to afford a buy again. GXX has to make a choice. You're going to pick up an op with some body armor? Yes, indeed, he will. I mean, he is 15 and 6. He can buy a Negev for all I care. Man's putting up some insane numbers as a T-op on Vertigo. It's not like it's not an operable map. He spots just a glimmer and goes for the shot. Wolfie gets spooked and quickly disengages. Oregon lurking in towards mid, but they have a 2-man holding that position. Flash comes out around the corner and perfectly played together on the Lyngby Viking side. Never expected that flash to come through. I mean, that's the problem of taking mid as a T. You have to very slowly and methodically peek further because there are so many different angles that the enemy can be standing and waiting in. Molly towards Fold. Flat throw rushing further forward. Though 1 smoke, 2 flashes left. Long range. GXX. Great shot. Wolfie didn't know what hit them. I mean, that's the only way that you can op on this map, if you know every angle perfectly by nature. The bomb gets planted. A 4-on-4 retake will continue on, and Flatro on top of the bomb site spots the CTs, gets a 1-for-1, but there's GXX long range with that AWP with his big boomstick. And he just taps another one through the smoke. It's all on to Dafu in a 1v4, 1v3. They tried to even knife him inside the smoke, thinking he's going to go for the ninja. And now he's going to go for the pro zone fake. Can he get it done? No, he cannot. Synopsy shuts it down. And again, 3 kills for GXX on the T-op. Look at... We are 12 rounds in, and he's on 18 kills. That's nuts. An average of 1.5 kill per round. Oof. Now Lyngby Well, luckily enough, they had 4 rounds in a row that they won, so their money is not too abysmal. Like, they have a full buy behind it. Kits, utility, op for Wolfie, of course. So with the last round bonus gone, pretty much, if they lose this one, that might just be a 5-10 half for Blink. So they really need this round right now. Oh, quick ramp play coming out from Lyngby Vikings. And the utility so on point. They were all blinded. GXX, though, around the corner with the AWP. However, they rushed through the smoke with the USP, shut him down. And it is going to be a very tough round to continue for Blink. They did not at all expect that play to come through from Lyngby Vikings. Just brutally hard hitting that ramp. Flashes everywhere, pushing through the smoke, and they had no idea what was heading their direction. Now it's only Center and Rygon in a 2v4 to try and make something of the round, because of course Blink don't have the best amount of money either, but they do have a last round bonus on their side, still 3 of them. They get the bomb plant in, that could still be pretty a-okay, and that's exactly what they're going to go for. However, the molly will delay it for a little bit longer. That bomb plant is crucial right now. Planting it in a very dangerous spot, expecting maybe a nade stack or someone to shoot through the boxes. And a very tough defense to come through. I mean, Center, he needs to be on point. He needs to get a multiple player takedown. Tries to dodge the flash, gets a quick first. Reposition, Center gets 2. And they almost line up. He makes it 3. It's all on to Rygon. 1v1 against Dafu. How does he get 3 in that position? They know exactly where he's playing from as well. The bomb plant's out in the open. Rygon goes for the peek, gets headshotted, but he wins out the fight. And the 2-on-4, they walk, they creep up to the site, they get the plant, and somehow they just go nuts. Center with the triple kill hold there. Beautiful stuff from him, and Lyngby Vikings, they really effed that one up. Oh, look at that, Center. Just almost even finds the lineup in the end there. And as you can see, the economy for Lyngby Vikings, they've got 1 M4, 2 MP9s, and 2 Deagles. Not a singular kit on their side. Utility's still pretty A-okay, though. But it's not the greatest round. It's definitely doable, especially if Mang spots them out. I think he did. Because, oh, that flash. Almost surprised the tease right there. Rygon in the meantime creeping through mid, always lurking about behind enemy lines. Gets himself tapped twice by the Deagle. Needs to be careful before he drops and feeds an AK. But they're heading towards A. This is all a bamboozle play. Lyngby Vikings got outplayed. There's a player all the way towards CT, Synopsy, creeping up behind enemy lines, catches Fashion by surprise. Luckily there is Wolfie to at least make a trade happen. Right now, the 1-on-3 is going to be pretty tough for Lyngby Vikings. Dafu just trying to keep that AK alive. The round gifted to to Blink puts them on towards 9. They win the T side comfortably. But that last round, I mean, 9-6 is pretty good. 10-5 is a lot better. At least he saved an AK, but the rest of the team, I mean, he can drop a FAMAS by a little bit of utility behind himself. The rest of the team pretty much just on, well, FAMAS, maybe couple MP9s, Deagles, and whatnot. Not like the worst buy you could ever see. It's not great for the last round of the half, though. On your own map pick. Through me. Oh, that's something Dafu did not expect. Luckily enough, didn't get taken down, but that's scary. Pushing in, and then 3 T's lying in wait, waiting for your move through mid. Blink know exactly what Lyngby Viking are planning in their playbook. Through mid they go. The flash blinds Dafu, puts him in an awkward position, push towards the B bomb site, but the UMP from Mags holding strong. And with Synopsy down to 12 HP, this is all of a sudden fairly doable. However, GXX is still alive in the server, pushing in. The bomb gets dropped into the open. That's all the information the remaining CTs need to use, because it's all on to GXX and Synopsy to try and clutch it out. Not an easy position to play from, but GXX has done some magical things before. They're just going to line up perfectly, play the 2-man hold. Anyone peeking them will be shot by 2 at the same time, which is going to be problematic for Synopsy because he's down to 12 HP. The GXX, the AWP, they're going for a boost play. Oh! Does he? Oh, come on, a little bit more to the left. You got this. Spots on the elbow. But there's Bird from Sky just tapping away in the end. I love the boost. I like the idea behind it. I mean, it got them the kill, but afterwards, a little bit too frivolously walking in towards the site, not expecting more CTs to defend the bomb while it's on the site. And with that, it's going to be Blink on 9, Lyngby Vikings on 6. Blink really looking to win out that pistol, because you really want to put Lyngby Vikings down right now. They are playing on their best map. Next map will be Inferno, which is Blink's best map, so we are playing on both teams as pretty much optimum strengths. Which gives great CS right now. I even went for a little boost play on the Blink CT side at the opening round. Not something you see a lot on the pistols. Also, doesn't get punished as much on the pistols. Mainly because you can't spam through the wall that easily. Tap, tap, tap. It's not going to connect, but the pushes are. And there's the Glocks in hand, rushing through. The bomb gets dropped. Senna gets control of it towards full. Needs help quickly. The rush from behind. Wolfie jumps through the molly and burns to a crisp. Senna gets himself a quad kill. He holds that site single-handedly and puts Blink on that well-deserved double digits. Four Mac Daddies for Lyngby Vikings. Well, that's a quick rush play if I've ever seen one. Right through middle they go, up towards the B bomb site, crossing in, getting stopped inside the molly. MP9 going mad as well, but they just get decimated, and that's easy money for Blink. Putting Wolfie in a 1v4. FAMAS in hand, so a little bit he can do. However, he just gets run down easily. They'll even be able to recover the FAMAS. Lyngby Vikings now forced on towards an eco. Blink with a solid lead on the first map. Well, right now it's just a couple of deagles for the Lyngby Viking side. That's gonna have to make magic happen. Not even a single player with armor or some utility. These are all dry peaks coming out. Though they definitely have capable players in their roster to make it happen. Fasher springs to mind on the deagle. Absolutely nutty. Dafu. Also one of those players that can pop some heads. But on the other side, Blink are also pretty exceptional in their killing prowess. They're even getting close. MP9 wanting that money, dropping the bomb, and it's all onto Manx. Does find himself a nice double kill. Looks like a great clean round, but never mind, gets completely denied. My man securing a double kill in the process. Manx now with the bomb on his back, heading towards the B bomb site where no one currently is. Synopsy still towards mid, so he's the closest to rotating. With 20 seconds left, you definitely can get the bomb plant in. However, walking in towards the site's not as easy as you'd like unless you get an absolutely clean headshot here on Synopsy. He's going to go for the plant full stick. If he gets it planted, it's pretty much a win. I mean, 2 kills and a bomb plant. That's pretty A-okay considering you're in a 1v5 at that point with the Deagle no armor. So he pretty much got the best out of a horrible situation. Right now, 6-round lead for Blink, but we've got ourselves the first buy round for the Lyngby Vikings on the T side. No op picked up for Wolfie, but look at that big green for GXX. 23-10. Hot diggity, push comes out. Center around the corner will get rushed down quickly by the Vikings, and they get themselves that B bomb site control with an extra CT T advantage. Rygan actually pushes in, gets 2. How does he get that second one onto Bird from Sky in the back? And it's a 2-on-2 all of a sudden with Quan doing the exact same play his teammate just did. And he just shuts it down. I mean, this is just brutal right now. Blink, first, you've got Rygon just walking past the smoke, exact same spot, getting 2 kills. And then his teammate does the exact same play, back to back. Oh, 4 rounds consecutively right now for the side of Blink. That is phenomenal. I swear to God he didn't see the second one. Now GXX with the AWP quickly picking up Rambolf. He went for the op instead this round. Oof. Nasty HE. Bird from Sky losing about half his HP. And Dafu trying to creep through mid as well. But, I mean, this is definitely the position I'd be most terrified for. Just running into GXX if he's feeling it. $50 seconds left. Dafu holding it down. Center might get a little bit too aggressive. And walks right into the crosshairs of Dafu. And Dafu wins out that fight with 4 HP left. But a win's a win. 40 seconds left. GXX with the AWP towards Sandbags. He's going to get mollied off. Look at that boost. Did I just see that correctly? There is a boost coming up. Okay, creeping up from the top. Hearing all the steps in the world that re-molly towards full. 20 seconds left. They have to plant the bomb now. Bird from Sky just burns in the molly. And Ryga, I mean, 1 molly and the round's over. Dafu and Wolfie just to save. They ran that round down to 20 seconds and no entries whatsoever. Well, except for mid, Dafu got the opening pick. But nothing behind it. They just run through the molly because they run out of time. That's not a perfect execute right there from Lyngby Vikings. 5 rounds consecutively right now for Blink on the CT side. So far, flawlessly clean. Dafu running through mid. The op shot not going to connect. Takes a decent amount of burn damage in the process. The T's tried to get aggressive. They lose a lot of HP at the start of the round. but at least forced out a ton of the blink utility. But Senna finding a first on towards Manx. Trying to play a little bit of a split setup. However, Juan pushing in. Bird from Sky around the corner. Tries to go for the head, but Bird from Sky with the Mac Daddy gets the kill instead. Rygon goes for the aggressive hold from Sandbags. And now it's all onto the two remaining CT defenders on the side. They're even rotating center away from mid to help out in case of an execute coming through. The spray from Synopsy onto Fasher, drops him low, and there's so much just tag damage coming through the entire time. GXX catches out Wolfie. The push becomes very, very tough with the amount of HP left on the Vikings. And they just keep on randomly spraying through everything. That's a smoke kill for Synopsy. Fasher on the AWP. Tag down to Synopsy to 10. But 30 seconds left. They got to start deciding to execute soon or make a move at least. Flash over, peek around the corner. Synopsy on site, taken down. But there's GXX still alive with the AWP. Fasher 1v1, but it's again GX God shutting it down. 26 and 10. Is this actually going to be a nice, clean sweep on the CT side? If you want to get yourselves also some nice, clean skins, head on over towards Hellcase, our case opening partner for the Knockout Series version 2. Click on the Hellcase banner below the Twitch channel and win the skins. Right now, it's going to be a quick push towards that B bomb site. Fasher, last possible round coming in, but Synopsy across the corner. They have no idea, and they're just getting deleted. It's all on to Bird from Sky, the IGL of Lyngby Vikings 1v4, and it looks like it's going to be a 16-6 scoreline. That is a shutdown on what is arguably Lyngby Vikings' best map. Heading over towards Blink's pretty much best map as well. This is going to be a dangerous series for the Vikings. However, new map, new chances. It is arguably Blink's best map out there. That is going to be Inferno. A map where you also don't always tend to see a T-side up, but I definitely expect GXX to play on the AWP. As you can see the odds over on your screen towards Pinnacle. Favoring Blink, and I'll grant him. After that first map performance, I definitely do feel that way as well. Lyngby Vikings going for the aggressive peek up towards second mid. Max getting heavily tagged up, but finds himself 2 kills, and that's going to be a 2-man advantage at the start of the round. In the meantime, Rygon creeping forward, but even he gets taken down. It's all on to center, and Synopsy to try and secure the opening pistol of the second map. And Synopsy does at least have a nice little P250, but they don't even have armor on the T's or utility to work with. Bird from Sky spots them out towards short. This is going to be a 2-for-1 entry. The bomb will get planted. That's a big plus for Blink. Does mean that they can afford to buy into the next round. But for the rest, it's going to be pretty tough for Synopsy to hold on towards this bomb plant. They have a kit on the CT side unless they make gigantic mistakes walking forward, or he hits absolutely godlike shots. It's going to be the end of the round, and that's indeed the case. Lyngby Vikings, they win the pistol, but they also won the pistol on Vertigo, and we know how that ended. However, it wouldn't be the first time or the last time that teams tend to steal each other's map picks. And I'm looking forward towards Overpass. I don't know about you, but I want to see map 3 in this series. Because right now, I mean, the first 2 maps, Vertigo, Inferno, T-side opping, not really the greatest. Definitely doable. I mean, GXX showed that is doable, but not the greatest. Whereas when you head over towards Overpass, that is just beautiful opping on both sides. Wolfie waiting for the flash from his teammate. Won't be able to gain anything, but they quickly run in towards Apps, trying to get aggressive. Didn't go for the full investment on the T side except for GXX. He went for the Galil. I think the rest of Blink just hoping that they get the bomb plant in. So they have an AK buy into the next round. Deal as much economic damage as possible. If you win the round, of course, that would be massive. But it's definitely no easy matter going forward. Push in towards Banana. Fasher needs to be careful in that position. So they're going to go for the boost play, and that is something GXX did not see coming. They will be able to retrieve the Galil at least. So Hot Potato push towards the A bomb site, already on site, but Manx, he shuts down center, gives the information to Wolfie that they're incredibly close. It's all about timing right now, and Quan doesn't check his complete angles. This is a shutdown, this is annihilation, it's all on to Synopsy, but he can't even get the bomb on towards this site. That's going to be the round for Lyngby Vikings, a clean sweep on their part. And Blink will, I mean, they didn't get the bomb plant in, so probably call for an eco. A couple of deagles, maybe. And there it is, just a couple of deagles. GXX even only going for the Glock. Hoping to buy up into the next round. Right, went for a bit of a costly investment, though, with Flat Throw dropping Bird from Sky, pushing in towards Banana. Not running through the smoke because that would annihilate their entire advantage. But there's a Molly right in front of Fashy. He's quickly going to retrieve it while throwing his own. Doesn't want to give away that very costly investment towards the T side, and this is still definitely very possible. I mean, Flat Throw on the Deagle. They rush out because they know players towards long, but luckily enough, it was a two-man hold. Wolfie got himself 3 in the process, and Manx shuts it down with the remaining 2 taken to beyond the grave. Right now, Lyngby Vikings on 3 and Blink still on 0, but we will get to see the first real gun round. GXX going for the op with, well, Glass Cannon or AK with Util. What's his choice going to be? He is going for the T-side Glass Cannon. That's what you love to see. An opper willing to take the risks. Believing in himself, having the confidence to play it. On the other side, Wolfie with his own AWP. But not going for any wild aggressive peaks. Playing a bit of a more static opposition. However, with 2 quick kills for Lyngby Vikings, Lynx's chances start dwindling quickly. And the Molly even forcing them out of that banana control play. The bomb is still down towards T ramp. Bird from Sky waiting for the flash, peeking in. Rygun gets completely caught by surprise. Lyngby Vikings, the first real gun round, looks pretty solidly in their control. Are they just gonna save? I mean, isn't the worst play? And that's exactly what they're going to do. That is a very long save timer. That is also a very disgusting looking room. Yep, just want to go for a little peek. I mean, look at that pan, completely rusted. There is, looks like some bleach in the sink. Could probably use the bleach on like stuff to make it a little bit whiter. But yeah, we're just having ourselves a little waiting game, checking out the venue, loving the chickens that I am not seeing at all. Chickens? Still no chickens. Did they just murder all the chickens? Oh, no, there's a chicken. Chickens are still the greatest thing ever added to CSGO. But a 4-round lead for Lyngby Vikings. Not looking too good for the T side of Blink. But they saved that AWP. And Rygon is running with it for the time being. He probably just has the better spawn. Go for the quick peek. And that's exactly what happens. Dodges the nade stack, which all lands onto GXX. The actual opper pushing in, but the op gets dropped out into the open. Fashy gets himself a second of the round, pushing forward. Banana control play from Lyngby Vikings. I mean, it was almost perfect. He dodges the nade stack perfectly, but his teammate gets obliterated. In the meantime, Flat Throw creeps up through towards Arches, and Wolfie's alone on towards that A bomb site. If they... Oh no, he's not alone. Sorry, my bad. That was the rotating Dafu getting caught. They're actually going to head towards B instead, which currently is empty because both CTs are towards Banana. This is actually not the best position, but probably the best possible position for Blink, because Lyngby Vikings, they're just going to be playing for the retake. And with the bomb plant in, max lost round bonus, Blink have another buy in the next round regardless. Also, this makes it very doable, considering the utility of the CT is probably very tough to hold on towards the side, but they do have 1 smoke, 3 flashes. They can definitely get it done. Oh, the flash through, but it gets read by the Vikings. You know, one should be towards Banana. However, they're all 4 CTs running through Banana right now. Luckily enough, no more utility left for the T side, but a 4-on-2 execute could be perfect, could be disastrous though. Pushing in first oranges, will they lock it down? They just run and gun it through, and they only find 1 kill on the defense. That's going to be putting Lyngby Vikings onto 5. With the bomb plant in, Blink still in an okay-ish position for their next buy. Can drop an op. GXX. If they want to play with... Yeah, they want. They want to. They want to give him that AWP. He's still on 0 kills right now. After his performance on map number 1. Waiting for that first frag to come through. Gotta give us that Balkan beauty. Well, again, Lyngby go for an aggressive banana hold play. And Blink are just waiting most of the time. So, playing... I mean, I love the fact that Lyngby Vikings are so incredibly aggressive as just a team. A lot of the time you also see them like walking through smokes and such, expecting the enemy not to expect it, which is very high risk, high reward most of the time. But it does make for very entertaining CS. And Blink just methodical in their approach. Though 5 rounds behind, they're probably starting to sweat a bit. The op from Wolfie, long range, misses the shot. Falls back. And the Vikings not even moving an inch yet. So 2 CTs towards long. There's going to be the push, but there's a firing squad around the corner. They'll just go through short instead. Manx getting caught out. But the remaining CTs, can they hold strong? No, they cannot. GXX gets his first 2 kills in this map, and it's all on to Wolfie. The only one that was defending B is also the last one left standing for the CT side, and this retake is nigh impossible from that position. And also, it's not really worth even attempting it. The money is good on Lyngby Vikings. They can buy, but reinvesting into an AWP is ridiculously costly. He's just going to save it, give the round away to Blink, and they got their first on the board. And of course, it is the round where GXX starts to frag as well. Let's see what they can get done. GXX again on his trusted AWP Wolfie with whatever he saved. Lyngby Vikings, it's a costly investment, but they could possibly still go for a buy into the next. Except for Manx, but if they save 1 or 2 guns, they're A-okay for another buy. Plus of keeping most of your teammates alive. Peek in. Wolfie getting tagged up, but saved right there by Max. That could have been disastrous. If Wolfie immediately gets taken down, Dafu running through, but the smoke hadn't bloomed just yet. He gets tagged up, still alive in the process, but rushing through towards Arches. Rygam gets a double. Fasher and Bird from Sky, no idea that it was coming through, and that's the big bomb site empty. They over-rotated, and they completely forgot about the fact that there are also T's on the map, and Flat Throw together with GXX are just holding the remaining CTs hostage towards that A-bomb site. But what a disastrous mistake right there. I mean, that is, at that point, overconfidence, pretty much. Just, you know your enemies are towards long. Like, that's a guaranteed fact. But just jumping around the corner, not even anticipating it. It's a little bit of an oopsie daisy right there. That puts Blink on to 2. They save 4 players on the T side. Of course, CTs will have another buy, but right now, you gotta be careful. Because 5 rounds on the CT side, there's still a big chance that they can just run you down. GXX past the molly, going for the peak. Wolfie, does he have the feeling that he can take the fight? Well, not anymore once that flash comes through. Nonetheless, the first pick comes through from Bird from Sky towards Banana. There's going to be the push to hold it down. The op from Wolfie, but the molly obscures everything, so he falls back to his site. Around the corner, Dafu, the smoke, giving him a little bit of cover. But look at how incredibly close they're all from each other. Wolfie also in a one-shoot position. Jumping across, they know exactly where he's playing from. They're trying to bait him out. Bait and switch is perfectly executed there. Oh, that is some trust in your teammate. Manx repositions a small bit, goes for the fight, but Rygon with the double entry. But that, right there, that play, the bait and switch coming through, you need to have perfect trust in your opper to make that move. And GXX, of course, as the absolute monster that he is, he nails the shot perfect on the mark. And that's the entry secured for Blink. With that, saving 4 rifles again on the T side. Blink's economy is looking pretty A-okay. Whereas Lyngby Vikings, they'll have another buy, but that's just constantly because they keep saving their weapons. Now, Lyngby Vikings got to go for that quick timeout. Bit of tic-tac-toe. Losing too many rounds in a row. Oh. These reinvestments, especially the AWP reinvestment, so much money. Buy a bunch of utility behind it. Armor, kit. And luckily enough, they've got, 3-round loss bonus, 2,900 extra every time you lose. But if you don't have anything in the bank to work with, then that 2,900 just means you can buy a couple of Deagles, maybe an MP9. While Blink are crawling their way out of that disadvantage. Only 2 rounds sets these two teams apart right now. Well, and of course a, map win for Blink. Wolfie never really goes for those aggressive peeks. He really does love waiting until his opponents peek into him. Whereas GXX, completely different. He goes for those fights. They are pretty much complete opposites of each other when it comes to how they perform on the AWP. Which makes it a very nice dynamic in that regard. You can really see the difference between the two. GXX loves his T-opping. Wolfie loves his CT-opping. There's going to be the push towards the B-bomb site. The Molly, however, keeping them at bay. Minute left. Rotations even coming in from Wolfie. With that smoke from the tees. The spray coming through. Trying to get the connection. Centered down to 12 HP. Rygon gets tapped away. Down to 2. And the HE from Fasher shuts Rygon down. There's going to be the push towards the A-bomb site. In the meantime, they quickly rotated through. But the utility for Blink is only one smoke left for Flatro. And on site, Max actually gets spotted out. Run and gun. They get on towards the site. Dafu, however, needs to stay alive for his teammates to rotate through, and that's exactly what happens. GXX on the site goes for the no-scope. Bird from Sky drops low, but GXX gets taken down. And that, my friends, is an absolutely big rush down from Lyngby Vikings, holding down the fort, and Blink getting caught off guard. But sublime work there from Lyngby Vikings. Money, of course, still pretty A-okay here for Blink. They're in a okay-ish enough spot, even if they lose this round. GXX went for the quick peek, but doesn't gain any intel of his opponents just yet. They might go for the re-aggression, but that nade though. Ooh, would have expected a little bit more damage. Pretty much like Rygon just took. Oh, that Molly. Fash taken down, but check your angles. Bird from Sky. Ooh, that's something you really need to look into. Expecting to be completely saved. Bird from Sky even gets a second one while being saved by Fasher throwing in a smoke. Team play perfectly. Right now, Bird from Sky, however, how does he get a third in that position? Like, he's no HP. One stray bullet takes him down. But he gets 3 while behind sandbags in Banana. And the push coming in from the remaining Ts. Well, from only GXX, actually. Fasher chimes in, drops flat throw. And GXX probably just considering to try and save the AWP. That's exactly where he'll be heading down towards. Save it in the kitchen while he fries up some nice bacon and eggs. It's starting to get dinner time and I'm hungry, so I'm just going to think about food the entire time. I hear chickens. Oof. But nonetheless, the op save from GXX with the lost round bonus that they got. Rygon center and Flatthrow can afford to buy, of course. Synopsy probably on like a Deagle, maybe a Mac 10. They'll have a solid buy here on Blink to try and keep the score pretty close. Otherwise, Lyngby might just run away with the second map. And then they steal each other's map picks. And will send us all the way towards Overpass. Of course, the loser of this best of 3 is eliminated. The winner, however... Oh, speaking of which, a big spray down comes out. The bomb gets dropped in. Banana, Glock in hand. Flat throw, getting a double with the flippin' Glock. Wolfie at the back of the site will be falling back towards the B-bomb site. Rygon, oh, missed shot from Wolfie. Rygon with 12 HP. What is this chaos going through? Dafu going for the peak. Gets rid of 1. Make that 2 because no one holds the smoke and it's all onto Flat Throw again. He already got 2 Glock kills. Now he needs to find 2 more, preferably with the AK in hand. Spots the first one, but where is that secondary? Oh, that shot is naughty, but it is going to be Dafu locking down the side, running through the smoke, no fear of death. And he wins out the round, but that was chaos. That's a round that lasted 30 seconds, and it had everything you wanted and needed. But if you want everything, and if you need yourselves a new bookie, don't forget to head on over towards our betting partner, Pinnacle. If you think you know your stuff, and if you can predict who's going to be winning this game or any other game for that matter, head on over towards tb.gg/bet10 and sign up using code bet10 to activate their awesome promotion. When you bet 10 euros, you get 10 euros. Find the latest offerings for instance, Lyngby Vikings versus Blink, or other gigantic amounts of markets over towards Pinnacle, making this entire tournament possible. And right now, well, also the players are making it very possible and very enjoyable because we are continuing on. Boost play through mid by the Vikings. Running through is Blink, but they get absolutely torn apart. Time and time again, Lyngby Vikings, they are ready for these moves. Towards the B-bomb site, it's going to be a solo Fasher to hold it down. And well, if your enemies are with their back turned towards you, it's going to be a lot easier to hold it down. Crossing in. Center tries to get the quick tap to the face, but the flash is so on point, blinds him completely. And Rygon even gets overwhelmed by Bird from Sky. That's a 6-round lead already on the first half of the second map. We still have 3 rounds left to play. Which is not going to be easy for Blink. 2 Galils in their hands, 3 AKs. GXX just not finding the complete prowess that he had previously. Wolfie going for one of the only really aggressive moves he's done so far. And Blink do not expect it because he doesn't play that heavy aggression as GXX does. So he just, you know, goes for that move. And then not aware. That's the problem right now. Blink are most of the time getting caught by aggressive moves from Lyngby Vikings, which they are very known to do on the CT side, pushing Banana. No one even expecting it. There's Fasher's also pushed it down as well. I mean, pushing through smokes, pushing through Banana, that sort of thing is something that Lyngby Vikings love to do on the CT side. Being very dynamic in their playstyle, being either aggressive or passive. Push comes out, the flash over, Fasher falling back. They'll get themselves to be bomb site control. Should be able to get this safe plant. I'm saying safe because you always have to fear some random person running through the smoke and taking down your bomb planter, which they've done time and time again. However, Fasher waiting to push in. Doesn't expect them to be that incredibly close. Center even boosted up towards Shadow. Playing in very tough angles. The flash comes out, but Senna doesn't get blinded. The push in, Manx taken down. Dafu shut down as well. Now it's Wolfie 1v1 against Rygon, but the AK from Rygon beats the AEW, actually the USP of Wolfie. 4 kills for Rygon on that defense. That's going to be putting Blink only 5 rounds apart, but still, I mean, it's a very solid round performance so far from Lyngby Vikings CT side. But if they win the next 2 rounds on the side of Blink, plus the pistol, at that point, they can definitely come back in this game. I mean, this is a map that, arguably, depending on the team, can be CT or T-sided. But I really think Wolfie has some struggles sometimes on the T-opping, especially on a map that isn't the greatest for it. Or GXX might be able to get more than 3 kills. Peeking in, right around the corner they are. That nade though, Rygon, goodbye! Gets blown to smithereens. Oh, that nade in return. Fashion taken down. Bird from Sky. A secondary behind Sandbags. Not expected, but the trade coming in quickly. The bomb, however, is dropped towards Banana, and it needs to be recovered. Which is going to take a little bit of extra time, and possibly even utility, which, with 2 smokes remaining, that's not really what you want to toss out. Oof. Tries to go for the quick peek play. A 2-on-2 situation right now because Max is pretty much nearly as far away as possible from rotating to defend that B bomb site. Just chilling outside of apartments. 20 seconds. Time is of the essence. You want to make it happen, you got to make it happen right now. They know one scoped up, but that's going to be Dafu right now, making sure no bomb plant will ever come through. Shutting it down. GXX taken down after time. He's got 50 bucks to take into the last round of this half. 50. You can't even buy a flash with that. Man's broke. At least his teammates take pity on him and give him that P250. Now just watch him get a triple kill with the P250. Rush in Banana, Blink, try and get aggressive, but Synopsy down to 6. Burns in the Molly, opening pick secure. They will be able to retrieve the AK at least. Luckily a little bit of a team damage coming out, but unfortunately, bullets only hurt enemies, because that's very realistic to real life. Spray comes out, Bird from Sky spots him through, but they're going to rush. They're already past the smoke. Nonetheless, they don't smoke it themselves, and they're walking right into the meat grinder. That is the Lyngby Vikings firing squad. 7-round lead for the Vikings on the CT side of Inferno. That's the first half secured in a very dominant fashion. They need that pistol on Blink if they want to make this one work. The Vikings go for a ton of utility. Only 2 players with armor on the T side. As CTs, luckily enough, Synopsy did go for the kit. And the Vikings, they're waiting for Blink to get aggressive themselves. They just want to get some nice, easy taps to the dome and fall back or partially bait them in. The spot comes out. The boost did not find the opening connection. But that flash right there could be just exactly what they want. The flash comes over, however. Both sides tapping at each other. Rygon does find the first. And there's going to be the utility to gain Banana control. Double molly used by Lyngby Vikings. A very costly investment. And they're immediately going to toss the smokes behind it. Hitting that B bomb site. But there are 3 CTs lying in wait. And this is definitely still doable for the side of Blink right now. Pushing in. Will you expect 2 CTs to be towards the new box position? They peek both wide at the same time. Wolfiol on his lonesome gets himself 2 in the process, but eventually taken down. No bomb plant as well. So you might even just go for the full eco if you're Lyngby Vikings and buy AKs into the next round, which I think is probably the better of the 2 options right now. But Blink, they got exactly what they needed, and that's the pistol round. They are going for the actual full investment here on Lyngby Vikings. I'm not the biggest fan. Wolfie will save op money, but definitely would have preferred just going for the AKs. At that point, you've got better rifles than your opponents, better guns. Unless Fasher, of course, opens up the B bomb site completely and destroys them, though that nade does not find Manx, went a little bit too deep. But the man trade comes through. Rygon in banana creeping back, heading towards the cross, and we'll just hope that they head towards the A bomb site. All things considered, they do have enough utility for an execute on the Viking side. And Blink's rotations are very far away, so this is fairly doable here. Still not moving an inch on the Blink A bomb site defenders. They're setting everything up. Blink are going for the peek through mid, and they're going to quickly rotate in. This is all about timing right now, because the flank is set in, and from behind, Flatthrow gets the first. Rygon pushes through the smoke, almost gets them all, but it's Bird from Sky shut down because Flatthrow is quick on that flank. As previously mentioned, Blink, they take down the Lyngby Vikings round, and right now that forces them on towards an eco. And then it's only 4 rounds apart. Blink calling a timeout. I mean, it is struggle city. Rygon's on 16-13. No one in his team is even close. I mean, he's tied for top fragger with Bird from Sky and Fasher. I really like the fact that Bird from Sky is fragging. I always love it when IGLs frag. Makes me happy. Because they get a lot of flack from people for not fragging. Because not all IGL, I mean, a bunch of IGLs don't frag that well. But there are, of course, some absolutely godlike IGLs, like Glaive. Old school Godfallen. Oh, that was one of my favorites. Oh, towards Banana. They quickly go for a rush play. But it gets very easily denied. They only lose Rygun in the process. 4 kills for Synopsy. That puts him on 7. Those 4 kills more than doubled his score of this map. But now we have the AEWP on Wolfie. Can he perform on the T side opping versus GXX on the CT AWP? That's a battle I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. Oh, jump up, going for the peak, but Wolfie shuts him down. That's the first one secured. They know that the op has been retrieved by one of the CTs. That was a costly investment. Double nade. Synopsy dropped low, pushing in. Bird from Sky tries to spray through, but Rygon gets the kill. However, it gets shut down towards B immediately because Wolfie through the smoke drops Rygon. Flatro not checking his angles. And very quickly, Blink get decimated on that Vikings push. Wolfie's T-side opping, also nothing to scoff at. Center really needs to keep that op alive. Though with Dafu still fairly close. Might go for a bit of a hunt. And that seems to be exactly the case. Will he be able to win out the fight? Dafu peek around the corner. This is all about timing. And that's exactly what Center... I don't know if he has it on his side, but if he scopes in, that's going to be heard by Dafu. However, it does not seem like he wants to get aggressive himself, and don't let Center keep hold of that op. And with that, he can drop it towards GXX, buy himself a gun. They can even go for a double op setup on the CT side. which is not too bad if you would go for it, but they're not going to pick up the double op setup. A little bit sad. But it seems Wolfie looking a lot better on Inferno than he... Ooh. Look at that. Look at the man rushing forward. Trying to prove me completely wrong. So that he can be that aggressive opper. I mean, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. 16-7, he's definitely feeling it. So no moves at all from the Blink side. Flash in hand, maybe going for a retake of that banana position, while Vikings get full mid control. The banana push gets completely denied with the kill picked up from Fasher. And that retake has failed miserably. Right now, Bird from Sky can creep all the way through towards Arch. Manx peeking through the smoke. The moment it dissipates, spots Juan Flatro. And now on the site, it's all on to center. He's alone on that A-bomb site. And an absolutely insanely tough position considering there are T's all over the place. 30 seconds left. They need to run that bomb towards the A site. GXX getting a kill onto Bird from Sky center. Short time to absolutely lock this site down completely. Does find a first, but immediately traded out by Dafu. And a 2-on-3 retake of that A-bomb site is very tough for these two remaining Blink players, especially if their entry gets smoked off. They're just going to fall back, and another round for Lyngby Vikings puts them on 13. They're only 3 rounds away from taking us towards a final deciding map of Overpass. Six-round lead, 3 rounds away. The Vikings are perfectly on track to secure it here. But Blink, they don't want to let go just yet. Problem is they're just not finding their frags, their entries, their anything. Even if they go for the pop flash play to retake banana control, Lyngby Vikings are they're just waiting for that flash to come over, hiding behind the wall. The moment he hears that pop flash, he goes for the peek, surprises him. That's just perfect counter play from Lyngby Vikings. Gotta get it done. Lyngby, 3 more. Blink, such a tough lead to break. Especially considering Lyngby are playing on the T side, which they are a very T-sided team. Mainly because of exactly how aggressive they tend to be. And they tried to go for the aggressive move themselves on the side of Blink. Doesn't really work out in their favor. They all just run past Bird from Sky. He gets an easy pickup from the enemy's backside. In the smoke, do they spot each other's legs out? Synopsy all alone towards Banana right now. And if he falls, that B-bomb site's gone. This is always a tough spot to check for the T's. More often than not, they get decimated from that angle, but the flash was perfectly blinding Synopsy and Lyngby Vikings. They get themselves a free site. And GXX again guessing the wrong site to defend. Bomb will be planted. Round build will be tough to retake. And a 2-on-4 with an op on GXX. Yeah, that's just another save round for Blink. They're getting crushed here. Pretty much exactly what Blink did to them on Vertigo. They're doing vice versa. I mean, Flat Throw, he's pretty much just stuck trying to, I guess, deal as much damage as possible. He doesn't even have a kit. And the bomb's about to explode. He even dies before that point. He's still trying to keep GXX alive. And that will be the case. But a 7-round lead, double the score of Blink, makes it all incredibly hard. Of course, this entire tournament wouldn't be possible without our wonderful partners. For instance, our case opening partner, Hellcase, where they have a special skin giveaway. Head over towards the Hellcase website by pressing the banner below the Twitch channel and win some skins. In it to skin it. Blink, can GXX find himself some entries like Fash has been doing towards that banana position? Gets himself a catch bird from Sky, makes it 2 for the T side. And yeah, they even rushing all the way to an incredibly aggressive position. Bomb Flat Throw even getting caught out by Fash spamming through the smoke. And GXX is center again, 2v5, 2vx constantly. Lyngby Vikings about to get themselves onto map point, and it's another classic example of two teams yoinking each other's map picks. Not a single gun saved either. Money is absolutely atrocious for Blink. And if this map lasts any longer, that would be a big surprise to me. But I am definitely very excited because that means Overpass. Yes, indeed, Overpass as a final decider. Honestly, probably the greatest map. I think Overpass has the greatest dynamic of any map because you have so many plays that you can do. So many boosts, so many CT aggressive moves, T aggressive moves, flank plays, lurk plays. The map honestly has everything that I want in a map. And Lyngby have everything I wanted in a team, and that is ridiculous aggression. And now it's all on to center, even getting shut down by Wolfie. 18-7, solid op performance. So these are all the teams in the quarterfinals going in from starting tomorrow. However, we are live into the game. Finally, we can get this show on the road. And as you can see the odds over on your screen, a slight advantage for Blink. They are playing with their entire roster. Hopefully there won't be any more technical pauses necessary, because that would be a pretty big problem considering they don't have pretty much any technical timeout left. And Rygon 1v3 in the knife duel. It should be Lyngby Vikings starting on towards that CT side. And that is exactly what transpires. Will they be able to get done? I mean, they are a pretty aggressive CT side, so that makes me very happy. I do have to say, Blink are a lot more methodical in their moves heading forward compared to Lyngby Vikings, whereas Lyngby Vikings, yeah, they of course have fast and slow plays, but they tend to be more towards the fast-paced plays. A Blink, they tend to just wait until Lyngby Vikings make the mistake. Opening taps coming in. Connector rush from the T side. And the trades are favoring currently the side of the Lyngby Vikings. Long range fight towards A long. And Synopsy, he's pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place, but will get taken down in the end. Center rushing out towards the B bomb site to get the bomb planted. And there's no one even close. He's got a molly and 2 flashes. No armor to work with though. but needs to secure the quad kill to win the round. All three of the CTs coming through connector. That might just be a couple too many CTs to handle. Back to back. He's going to pop a flash, peek around the corner, but immediately found out by Wolfie. Won't be able to get anything done in the round, and that's going to be Lyngby Vikings winning the first pistol. And they have won the first pistol on all three maps so far. So that's definitely something that you should be looking into if you're Blink. Constantly losing those opening pistols. And most of the first one I think on Vertigo was mainly just Bird from Sky going nuts and getting a quad kill. But the other two were very one-sided affairs. Wolfie, second round AWP. What? Okay. Interesting choice. They go for the full eco on the side of Blink. They got the bomb planted and they decide to go for the eco. Not a lot of teams go for that move. They just want to get those AKs very quickly. Rushing further forward. And P250's trying to find the damage, and they do manage to find two entries. Pick up the M4 as well. The bomb, however, is still towards water, making it very problematic to get the planted. Flatthrow getting himself another in the round. I mean, they didn't get the bomb planted, but 3 kills secured on an eco. Makes this a very wounded Lyngby Vikings buy. There's GX. I mean, who would have expected? We're in round 3 and both oppers have their AWPs already picked up. GXX versus Wolfie. GXX even going for the glass cannon. No fear. Because GXX is here. That was my All Might impression. Wasn't really good. Yeah, this is exactly the play I was talking about. Blink, they expect Lyngby Vikings to get aggressive. Right now, you see it here. They tried to go for a little bit of B short play. Get that in their favor. Whereas Blink, they're very patiently waiting for the Vikings to show their hand. The nade actually lands underneath the... Wait, how does... It lands underneath that bench and it does no damage onto Flatthrow. Okay, that's CSGO'd. You know, the bench with like bars on it? Though Fasher, nice peek. Perfect flash from Wolfie. 2-man advantage for the side of Lyngby Vikings. They're going to go for the push towards B, but 20 seconds left on the clock. Synopsy, nice entry on towards that B bomb site. Flank from Fasher. Did he spot out the leg? Oh, yes, he does. And Raygon doesn't even anticipate Fasher to come through connector. And it's just all onto center. On site, they know exactly where he's playing from. Rush him down, take him out, and that's going to be the round for Lyngby Vikings. Go for the double op setup, and that's exactly what they're looking to go for. 2 AKs, 2 ops, and they keep 4 CTs alive. That's a pretty solid round for the Vikings. Well, that's a scary prospect. Oh, I see a Mac 10. Tech 9's being picked up. That smells like a rush play. Maybe a B-bomb site. Go fast. I mean, a very nice job from Fashion, but the most important factor there is there was a nade landing underneath, I think, Raygon? Or no, center. I can't remember under who it landed, but it's underneath that bench that has bars on it. So literally, like, you could spit through it, and it does no damage. Like, come on. Bring us Source 5.0. Right now, the entry is coming out towards that B bomb site. Though Bird from Sky on that secondary AWP does find a quick kill onto Synopsy. They're pushing in. He's going for the peak. They want to deny the bomb plant. It's not going to be successful though, but Blink kind of got what they came for. They at least got the bomb plant in. Probably wanted a little bit more. Again, it's 2 AKs and 2 ops being saved. The Vikings have a pretty decent buy. But Blink will be able to afford everything they want. A AWP for GXX with a full set of nades behind it. Let's see what they can get done. Vikings go for a quick peek and then immediately bail out. Wolfie spots the peek, jumping over, and falls back before he gets caught out. However, on the cross, might be surprised the Aragon. Nice entry. That means the A bomb side push is going to be pretty easily done here by the Blink side, while A-Long still being played by Fashion. Might be able to drop the bomb carrier. But look at where GXX is looking. He's keeping an eye on that A-Long position, but the timing is not on his side. And this should be an easy free pick with Fasher executing GXX, but the A-bomb side is completely lost. Rygun gets a second of the round. Knows where Manx is playing from as well. And execution from Blink puts Lyngby Vikings all onto Bird from Sky. The IGL with the secondary op. Keep it alive. They managed to save a couple of CTs 2 rounds in a row, but honestly, their economy is not that stable. They have another buy, especially if he keeps the op alive. Is he actually going to go for the Ninja? Nah. That would be sick. If he gets the kill here onto center, that's a Ninja, and that's a successful one. Oh no. Center needs to stay alive. That's the most important thing. Oh, Bird from Sky. He was so close. Oh, that would have been sick. But unfortunately, he doesn't get it done. Nonetheless, round picked up for Blink. Double ops rebuy from Vikings. Oof. That's every penny they have left invested into the round. Wolfie and Bird from Sky. Not a single kit on the CT side either. That's a very risky move. So the 2-man stack towards balloons gets him a first kill. And they still hold control over that area. The op shot misses, but Fasher was close by. Now Flat Throw will try and get some more peaks and more control gain. But inside connector, that's going to be Fasher creeping up, lurking behind enemy lines. Will Flat Throw be able to catch him out? Ooh. Yes, he does. Flat Throw with the headshot in return. 4-on-4 ensues. Wolfie still has the AWP, and he is still ready for any peaks coming his direction. 6-1, and he's continuing where he left off on Inferno. Synopsy, with Mags now dead, might consider going towards that B bomb site, but Bird from Sky is still lurking about. Definitely being heard by Synopsy right now, and the missed shot opens up that B bomb site completely. Maybe if Wolfie gets himself a quick entry, they could go for a solid retake. It's going to be a tough affair though. Long range, GXX on the other side, spots him jumping across, but that's going to be just the immediate save from the Vikings. They have no money to work with, and Blink get themselves their second on the board. I mean, keeping that op alive is very crucial right now because Vikings won't have anything otherwise in the next round. Dafu almost looked like Snoppy should have been able to spot him out. But the remaining T's won't go for any hunts because, well, don't want to risk losing your own guns. Well, if you do like skins, like most people that places go, and you want to get some nice free skins in a giveaway, head on over towards our partner Hellcase. Click on the Hellcase banner below the Twitch channel and win some skins. Right now, we are closing this gap between the two sides. Blink finally finding their angle into this game. However, Lyngby Vikings not going to let it go easily. Fashion 9 and 3 right now. Going for connector hold. Wolfie top of connector with that AWP. The 1-2 pounds could be a pretty big move. And just trying to flush Fash out of position. However, Bird from Sky, he pushed aggressively through. How did he even get there? Did he just push Monster? I missed some very crucial aspect of the round. Because he gets himself 2 kills by pushing all the way through towards Monster. They'll even be able to acquire one of these AKs for Manx. And right now, that's a big advantage for the Vikings. And it's off of the back of their IGL. However, Blink, surprisingly enough, going the exact same direction as they just lost their teammates from. Rygon and Flatro peeking in. They find it first, but will they check their angles perfectly? Mang still creeping about, waiting for the remaining T's to run into his vision. And he had so much trigger discipline. So much, but just not enough to keep an eye on where both those T's were headed. Making this all of a sudden possible for Blink. A 2-on-2 ensues. They know one's towards heaven, but where is Dafu lurking about? He's still in water. He's waiting for the plant to come through, and the peak will not be taken care of. Actually, he misses everything. The bomb plant at least goes down. A 1-on-2 with the AK towards short, in trouble. Goes for the spray, but it's going to be Wolfie with the AWP, rectifying his previous mistake and putting Lyngby Vikings on 5. But what was that ridiculous round? Well, at least they get the bomb defused. Double ops being saved as well. Blink's money still in a very comfortable position. But a double op setup on overpass is no joking matter. A long push coming out, though a 2-for-1 trade definitely favors the Vikings again. And their CT side looking a lot more dynamic than what Blink are showing on their T end. But to be fair, timing is also on their side most of the time. So Synopsy got very far close towards that A site. Wolfie might not have spotted Synopsy out. This might be his opening to get in towards the site. However, jumping across, Wolfie will try and go for the shot. Won't be able to connect it, but there's another one out towards A long. That's going to be Fasher. That is an absolutely crucial deal. However, the bomb is headed towards B. This might be a big surprise for the Viking side. But with Fasher dropping Synopsy, Mang still holding towards the barrel's position. The T's pushing in, though they spot out where Max is. With the FAMAS, can he line him up? He almost gets both of them. Missed shots constantly coming out. GXX taken down around the corner, center, tapped away at, but it's Wolfie's op shutting it down. 4-round lead for Lyngby Vikings. Another buy for Blink, but that's just because max loss round bonus plus the T side equals constant money. And they're actually going to go for a semi-buy here on Blink. 3 Mac 10s, a Tech 9 and an AK. Screams a B-rush. That's exactly where they're headed right now. However, one singular molly towards short makes it very problematic to just straight brute force your way through. A re-molly coming in as well. A lot of damage on towards these Ts running around the corner. Can they overwhelm the CTs on site? Mac 10 from Synopsy coming out from an unexpected angle. Bird from Sky with the AWP will try and get the bomb planter taken down. Speaking of which, Quan just rushing further forward. Mac 10 in hand picks up the AW. Actually forgets to pick up the AWP in all his bravado. And it's going to be a 2-on-1 with Rygon's AK towards barrels. Wolfie trained at that position. Does he spot him out? He does, but Rygon wins out the fight. He doesn't know where Fasher was playing from, who is 13-4, by the way. I mean, of course, I pointed out Wolfie on Inferno, but Fasher held that B-bomb site every single time on Inferno, and his T-side banana entries were on point. Fash has been doing the work this series. And Blink, I mean, GXX only on 1 kill, considering he ended map number 1 with a 26-10 scoreline. Really not what I would have expected coming in towards Overpass. This time around, though, Vikings are not going to be playing with the double op setup. They're just sticking with only Wolfie on it. Speaking of which, goes a little bit aggressive. Still, somehow, somewhere, hits Juan Flatro through the wall without being able to spot him. But it is the man advantage, and the CT op are taken down. First 5-round lead for Lyngby Vikings on the CT side is pretty big, but it is still a CT-sided map, so it's if Blink can make it a 10-5, they're still in a fairly solid spot to turn it around. Speaking of which, Fasher denying that turnaround, getting himself a double kill, but with a molly in his hand makes it problematic. Luckily enough, Bird from Sky makes it a 2-on-2 right now. And we have a game on our hands. However, there is a player towards B short. This long play, Synopsy creeping all the way behind enemy lines. Needs to make sure he doesn't make a step. However, it seems he's just running it forward. Center might drop with the bomb. Yeah, that's the bomb that probably is going to get dropped. Oh, no, he jumps right over the bullets. Now Manx on site, long range. It's all on to center 1v2. Molly to make it 2 1v1s. However, Manx will win out the fight because he is too close to the site, and center did not know what hit them. That's a 6-round lead on Lyngby Vikings. They're continuing where they left off. Even though they lose the opening pick, they are dominating. Fasher 15-5. That's a 3 KD in 10 rounds. The Vikings are looking forward to trying to play against Endpoint. But Blink, can they recuperate and get themselves back in the game? Because they're losing way too many rounds on the T side. Ollie comes out, Fasher gets burned. Smokes himself up, even gets aggressive towards Synopsy. Will lose out that fight. Luckily enough for the Lyngby Viking side, Wolfie does rectify it. Ooh, that's the wrong button. No, scoped out instead of in, and that's going to cost the Opera his life towards that A bomb site. The bomb is still all the way towards T spawn currently, which is going to make it very hard to plant if you don't even have bomb control on Blink side. Speaking of which, they're trying to push towards the B bomb site. Manx dancing around the pillar, however, by hiding for center, he shows himself towards Synopsy. This is literally a round of timings. This is insane. Everyone's getting timinged the entire time. We're showing Bird from Sky pushing in, but center goes for the peak. It's all on to Dafu 1v2. Doesn't have any utility to work with but a kit, so time is still on his side. However, look at how far back center is playing. He's all the way out of Monster. This is going to be very tough to try and clutch around for Dafu. Actually, they're both pushing in, but luckily enough for Blink, GXX gets a second kill of this map, which is 11 rounds in. I mean, that is a big struggle bus. But if you believe that Blink can turn that frown upside down, get themselves back in the game, don't forget to head over towards tb.gg/bet10 and sign up using code bet10 to activate their awesome promotion over at Pinnacle, where if you bet 10, you get 10. Of course, Pinnacle, our betting partner, one of the ways of making this entire tournament possible and giving you all the action. CZ coming in from Wolfie, gets a quick first onto Rygon, but there's Flatro with a double in return. And the man advantage for the side of Blink. And considering their weapons are fairly superior, this might just be their fourth. Still jiggling about, however, Bird from Sky, find the connection. One more bullet needs to catch onto his opponent. Oof. They tried to rush down the players in connector, but it's all on to Manx with the CZ in hand. 15 bullets left. Bomb has been planted. We'll actually even get a little bit aggressive, but made a sound cue. Might be able to drop flat throw here towards Playground, and that he does with an immediate headshot as well. Picks up the AK in the process. Nade flies through. GXX, he's in trouble. He's sprayed down. GXX, another whiffed shot. Really struggling right now. What is happening? How is Max doing this much damage? Luckily enough, he will be shut down, and considering the economy of the Vikings, they will be forced to eco. But that was a ridiculously costly round considering the circumstances for Blink. I mean, the big difference between the two teams right now is GXX is just not feeling it right now. You know, you got to jumpstart him. Don't use, you know, cables on a car battery to do that. Just a quick timeout. Splash your face. Find a way to make sure that he feels comfortable enough to continue on, because that's what they definitely need on the side of Blink. Another full investment from Lyngby Vikings. I mean, considering the amount of damage they dealt in the previous round, I can get it. Though if they lose this round, all of a sudden, that might just be an 8-7 scoreline. And then it's a very comfortable position to be in for Blink. Wolfie dancing around with the scout, won't be able to find a target. They're heading out towards the A site. And we'll dodge the triple stack on towards B. So Wolfie gets a tag through the wall. Okay, That's always fun. However, it will be shut down from A long. Taken down. Did a decent amount of damage. But damage is not secure around. Kills do. And with that, the site is lost. Lyngby Vikings have to make a choice. You could save these 3 Deagles and FAMAS to have a little bit of a fight in towards the next round. Or go for the retake and try and win the round, which is, you know, definitely possible. It's not easy. Try and deal as much damage as you can. Synopsy, completely blinded, tries to disengage. A lot of damage being dealt here. What is all this damage? AK running further forward. No one's going to stick the defuse. Round is over. It gets secured by Blink, but at what cost? Oh. At what cost indeed? Well, Dafu saves an AK, so that's a plus. Drops the Deagle towards Fasher. With an AK FAMAS, I mean, this is another chance for Lyngby Vikings. They're actually going to go for the timeout. Are they going to buy again? I mean, Dafu and Maxim both drop a FAMAS, which might be the thing that they're thinking about. Or you just go for semi-buy, a couple of Deagles here and there dropped, and then get Wolfie on the AWP next round. Make him do his magic. I mean, GXX currently is out of the equation. Maybe if GXX swaps over towards the CT side, man can turn up. We are back in action. Center rushing forward towards B short right now, but it's a pretty hefty connector play. 3 CTs in that area. They're just rushing it through. This must have been heard, though, by the T side. Manx, in the meantime, gets the opening pick. Are they going for the boost play in connector? I always love that play. Doesn't always work out. It barely ever works out, but it's a nice little boost spot. Not that it's going to do anything right now. The bomb should get planted on towards that A side. Actually, USB in hand. Wolfie, no armor, just USB jumping through the smoke. The Lyngby Viking Classic. This is a lineup filled with smoke criminals. They push out through Monster. 3 CTs on that angle. Running forward. GXX alone. 1v3. Can't even find a target. And this was an eco. Lyngby Vikings, all they had was an AK, a FAMAS, and the saved Deagle. And there is just nothing that Blink are doing right in the round. They throw a smoke towards short. It's a bit too deep of a smoke because they can just jump through, well, past it, kill off the bomb plant, and no one is holding that down. And literally defending every wrong angle possible. It's pretty nuts that Lyngby Vikings manages to win that round. Well, let's see if Blink can at least secure the last round of the half, make it a 9-6. Still a very doable situation if they do. Daff finds it first. Ooh, that flick was... I mean, it took him a little bit longer than I would have liked onto realizing there was a player there. But a flick disengage, I didn't even see him flick. That's how fast he fell back after his shot. Now Wolfie alone on towards that A bomb site. But information has been gained. Lyngby Vikings got B short control. They know exactly, oh, it's not going to be a B play. Then head out towards A. Let the side go. Play a 5-on-3 retake. It's the last round of the half, so the bomb plant doesn't matter too much. They've got kits on every CT in the server. Rygo getting aggressive towards back, but there's a firing squad ready awaiting, and it is all in. in turmoil here because it looks like GXX has to go for the ace clutch to give his team a chance. Which is fairly hard, considering they all have defuse kits. And he gets 1 kill, but he's only on 3 after 15 rounds. That means he gets 1 kill per 5 rounds. Nonetheless, that is the first half concluded. Blink 5 rounds behind. If they win the pistol, they're still, of course... I mean, they're playing on the CT side of Overpass. This is definitely not over just yet. But they need to secure that pistol. A long range. 1 CT towards A, the rest towards B. The old classic pub strat. Rushing to... Oh, immediate headshot from Dafu. Rygan did not know what hit him. Okay, this seems more like a strat roulette kind of idea. Head through connector towards A long. Go back towards T spawn. Head towards B. I mean, so far it works because they only have Synopsy towards that B bomb site. His peek's going to be crucial here. If he peeks too wide, he's in trouble, but he gives just a little bit of a shoulder. Spots him out, calls the rotation, but there's Max with the immediate decimation. That site looks like it's lost. Trying to go for the fire range, but it is going to be all on to Flatro. Speaking of which, he finds 3 in the round. He's on for the ace. And this is still fairly doable. Close and personal on towards the site. Fasher taken care of. Oh my god, Flatro! He gets the ace. A little bit of a cheer there. Back at home. In the mic he goes. Woohoo! And Blink, after a hero play, Flatro somehow manages to keep his team alive. Okay, give that man a raise. 17 to 13. Nutty up on GXX, but I cannot believe he actually wins that. Wasn't he in a full 1v5 at that point? Or was he in a like 2v5 situation? Because he killed like everyone. Back to back. Dack, 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 dack. That is insane. Rushing through. Monster, though. This is a big surprise coming out. Synopsy gets 2 in the process, but Flatro and Synopsy both towards water. Dafu's jumping over, peeking in, and he gets them both. That's a position they never even considered. But GXX with the AWP, Rygon on the flank in water. The bomb's not planted just yet, but the molly right at his feet means he can't go for the peak just yet. With the bomb planted, a 2-on-3 retake. They've got themselves rifles on the T side. And the flank push coming out. Spots his own teammate out. Good job that he doesn't start shooting. Fasher, however, quick headshot comes in. Both of the T's towards water. There's going to be all on to Dafu. He got himself 2 in the round already, but he gets pushed by 2 angles. Nothing he can do in that situation. Putting Blink onto 7. A quick rush towards that B bomb site almost paid off, but it gets denied, and Blink. I mean, is this the moment of a comeback? They call a timeout. I mean, these are costly rounds, but Lyngby Vikings, are they going to go for another bike? Honestly, considering their investment, they could. Considering also the fact that they only kept 2 Blink players alive, but it seems they're gonna go for the full investment, or maybe semi. No, it is gonna be the full buy. Ooh, 1 Mac 10, 2 Galils, sorry, 3 Galils, and an AK for the Lyngby Vikings side. They love buying up. That definitely a team that loves to spend money to make money. But that is, of course, a very costly affair. Right now, can they shut down Blink, or will Blink be able to finally force them on towards an eco? Which they're desperately looking for, considering Blink's economy the entire time. Oh, the Molly burns Bird from Sky Fashion. The push comes out. A quick 1-for-1 trade comes in. However, Synopsy, triple kill secured. It's onto Bird from Sky. It's the only one that managed to secure a kill so far. And right now in a 1v4, can he go for his own little ace play? Very tough, considering they're not going to give him an inch. He's just hoping that Blink feed him some kills by getting overzealous. But I think they know where he is. They might not have spotted him out or heard the steps. He only has 25 seconds left. He needs to sprint fast. Bird from Sky, run, Forrest, run! Jenny was the absolute worst character in that entire movie. Horrible, horrible human being. Nonetheless, Bird from Sky tries to rush out towards that A-bomb site, but gets immediately destroyed. And that should force them finally on towards Nico. 4 CTs still alive. GXX still on 4 kills, but luckily enough, I mean, they got Flatro. Semi buy with a couple of Tech 9s, P250, Wolfie not even buying a Tech 9, he just went for the utility game, and so he can afford an AWP in the next round. Speaking of which, running forward, it's quickly trading, coming through, but Center with a triple kill. Long range, Wolfie's Glock won't be able to win out the fight. Center, quad kill secured, Blink 1 round behind, and I mean, wasn't it like an 8-2 scoreline at one point? It was insane. It was indeed 8-2, and now we are 10-9. That's a whole lot of turnaround. Nade stack, will it land? Close, but no cigar, didn't go for the boost play luckily enough. However, look at this. Blink going for a little bit of an aggressive play themselves. On the corner, Fascia goes for the peek. So they both tap each other in the chest, but there's Fascia long range. He controls, and he gets 2. And just like that, Blink in a bit of a struggle bus situation, because GXX, he needs to get out. Wolfie's got the op trained at his position. Will actually fade away from that angle, and it's now on the remaining Blink 3 CTs to hold off Lyngby Vikings, extending the lead back to 2. Blink want to break that double digits and tie up the score right here, right now, but it's going to be a tough one. You're going to need some absolute excellent performance from these CTs to shut down this round. Creeping in, one and done spot here. Flatro does have backup from the opera nearby. They cross in, don't check the angles. He gets the first, but immediately gets traded out. GXX, he is very much in trouble city, and a 1-for-1 trade puts Center in a 1v3 scenario, and this is I mean, he doesn't even have any utility unless Vikings feed him a free kill. This should just be the save coming in. This is nutty. This is risky. Not everyone in this team has that much money to work with. And Wolfie will be able to spot him out easily and freely. And that's going to put Lyngby Vikings back on a 2-round lead. But Blink, they still have enough money for that op on GXX and rifles on the rest. I mean, I definitely would give one to Flatro. Just for that ace. I mean, even though it was with the USP and a pistol round, sublime. And Fasher. A little bit of a struggle on his spray in that long-range engagement, but doesn't matter if it's troublesome if he manages to win it in the end. Now the nade stack coming out. Ooh, run boost play. He's across, but he misses. GXX, what happened? Luckily enough, there is center with the saving move, but... my lord, GXX, he is absolutely... I think he needs to recharge the batteries in his mouse. Luckily enough, there is center with the double kill, making this still fairly doable for the side of Blink. The man advantage, rotating through towards A. Rygon doesn't know if he wants to push forward or not. And there's an op on the other side. The Wolfie gets rid of Synopsy, and Wolfie doubles up on his kills. It's 2 on 2. The A bomb site's lost the flash, however. Make sure that they don't immediately pounce in. But the flank will spot out Wolfie, taps him down to 22 HP. He's going to plant it safely towards truck. In the meantime, Flatro rushes out towards A long. Needs to make sure he doesn't make too much noise. There's going to be Wolfie's up, dropping Flatro. It's all onto center. And considering the CT economy, he needs to find these entries quickly. Does find a first, and now it's all on to Fasher. However, Fasher peeks wide, but the spray is whiffed. And somehow Fasher wins it out in the end, even saves the AWP for Wolfie. And what is going on right now? Oh, this game is so incredibly close between these two teams. Though, of course, if you do like skins, head on over towards our case opening partner, Hellcase. Click on the Hellcase banner below the Twitch channel and win some skins. It's a nice little giveaway for you to join. Quick rush out towards T-Ramp, and look at Fasher. He gets himself 2 in the process. USP's the remaining guns left standing. They do find 2 kills in the process, but that's all they managed to gain. 4-round lead for Lyngby Vikings. 3 rounds away from securing themselves the W in this series. And that means knocking out Blink from the Malta Vibes knockout series. Which honestly would be pretty sublime. I mean, that would be just straight up insane. The nade stack play, and this time it kills off GXX and almost blows up Synopsy. They've gone for that move, I think 3 times already, Lyngby Vikings. Maybe even 4. And Blink still go for that boost. I mean, they didn't connect on anyone any of the other times, but honestly, they've been trying and trying and trying. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. The A-bomb site's already lost. Synopsy running forward. Fasher, please knife him. Please. I would love it if you just knifed him. Got this. You got this. You got this. Stabby McStabbings. Ah! Though he was very patient in that situation, which is pretty impressive. Flatro, however, on the flank, trying to make something work in the round. If they manage to secure this one, that would be a Hail Mary gone right. Fasher still lurking towards Bank, spotting out the feet. And Center gets surprised from the shots from behind. Now Flatro 1v3. He's got an ace clutch before. Can he get it done again? Well, actually, this time it would be a quad kill clutch, but considering he doesn't have a kit, and I don't think I see one on site, this should probably be 14 for the Vikings. And he can't even save his M4 into the next round. The Vikings T side looking pretty spicy and pretty tough to beat. Though there's still, of course, a chance for a comeback. If you believe in that opportunity, don't forget to head over towards tb.gg/bet10. Sign up using code bet10 to activate their awesome promotion. Don't forget, be of age, aka over 18 only, and when the fun stops, you stop. Five Deagles for Blink. And they're 2 rounds away from being eliminated from the Malta Vibes knockout series. They need absolute perfect aim on their side. That's not the way you want to start the round. Bit problematic. Dafu running in towards connector, and yeah, they're just getting pushed from multiple angles. Completely decimated. Center and Flatro all on their lonesome on 2 different parts of the map. The Vikings, they're just tearing apart Blink. And even though they are 5-2 with the enemies on horrible guns, look at the patience. Look at how incredibly patient Vikings are playing. Checking their angles, I assume. Yes, though that angle was checked. Nonetheless, Flatro gets the kill. The B-bomb site is currently empty. Flatro is quickly trying to hunt on the chase. Spotting through the door, gets 2 players tagged up, but he's all on his lonesome once Center gets taken out in heaven, and Flatro is just going to try and save the AK. Giving Vikings 15, yes indeed, ladies and gents over at home. That is 15 for the Vikings. And they won't even be able to save a single gun. A 6-round lead. It is going to be the full investment for Blink with, of course, an AWP for GXX. They need to win 6 consecutive rounds to even take it towards OT. And that is indeed no easy affair, though. Fasher with the kill onto Rygon. Continuing where the Vikings left off. Connector control gained. Not terrified of a double nade flying right into his direction. Luckily enough, there are no nades for the T side. Might have already been yeeted over previously. Push will be momentarily coming in. Center is going to be playing close and personal. Flash comes out, try and dodge it, but Bird from Sky already peeked at the right opportune moment. Flatro taken down towards short. It is Synopsy with a double, but it puts GXX in a clutch situation. 1v2, and Fasher just